Hey, how you doing? Dan McDonald here, the Life Regenerator on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me for today's episode of the Life Regenerator Show, coming at you live from Woodstock Fruit Festival 2014, where we are having a blast. This is really fun. It's such an amazing event this year. So many wonderful things going on, so many stories of people that really appreciate the work, so many transformations. People actually watch these videos and they apply these teachings like the raw foods, the green juicing, as well as all the other things that I share on here and as far as self-improvement and living a good, wholesome, high-quality life. Really caring for yourself, basically. And then they have these amazing transformations. So I'm really into it myself personally. I totally love to watch myself grow and evolve and change and break through perceived limitations and barriers. So it's sort of like mastering yourself, and it can be challenging at times, but it's so rewarding as well. Especially if you're sick or broke or tired or your relationships suck and you've got so many areas where you can work. There's so many things to look at. And sometimes the underlying linchpin gets pulled, and then you can begin to really blossom in so many ways. So if you keep doing that internal excavation and looking for that treasure within yourself, it's like a real deep, intimate relationship with yourself. Really learning to love yourself, respect yourself, care for yourself, and accept yourself just the way you are. And really taking the time to do that in an honest way, and really like forgiving yourself and accepting yourself at depth and just dropping your shoulders and allowing yourself to be who you really are, you know? And it's so much easier that way, We're always putting on an act, trying to impress people or please them, and it's just a lot of wasted energy, You can't really change other people, but you have a lot of power to change yourself. And that's the only real difference that you can make in this world. You can't force the world to change. You can't force anyone to change, but you can be a breath of fresh air. In other words, you can inspire them to change by what you allow yourself to become. When you start making good decisions, people are going to see the results. Maybe not, right away. It might be a few months, like, oh yeah, you're starting this new diet thing, whatever. Or you're starting this new yoga thing or all these weird things, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever, you're going to quit. But if you stick with it and you really believe and have faith, you'll see the results of sticking to it and being persistent and patient with yourself. It's unlimited what can be achieved. It's pretty amazing. And you get more and more, it's funny, you just get more and more into the process of seeing the blossoming of your consciousness and the relinquishment of like self-judgment and lower, more stagnant, heavier energy fields. You can just transcend those, move beyond those, and move up into higher and higher realms of the way that you look at life, the way you look at yourself, and so much more peace and harmony and love can come into your experience, success and abundance, all just due to the law expressing itself, aligning yourself with the law. I mean, let's look at it in the long term. If you're judgmental, critical, hateful, yeah, you might do okay in the beginning, but in the long term, don't you think that you're going to have to pay the piper in the end? How do you think that the law is going to respond? But if you're honest, courageous, patient, and have integrity, and you're kind to people and uplifting, eventually, you're going to see the flowering of those rewards. That's just the way that it is. Sometimes it's referred to as karma, but that's just the way that the law works. The law is that which you put out is that which you will attract. So if you put out prayers for abundance for others and well wishes for them and kindness and love, then that's what you'll receive in return. That is the law, So that's why I'm just committed to love for my own self, so I can live a life of peace and love and harmony. And so that's why I eat as good as I can, and I work hard, and I be as honest as I can and authentic as I can, and I focus on more expansive, higher energetic fields like love and kindness in order to operate from for my decision making paradigm. Like my decision making paradigm is, what is the loving thing to do? And that's what I'm going to continue to do here on the YouTube as I move forward. And I've got a lot of great plans coming up in the future here, but mostly just having fun, making videos, streamlining my business, improving myself, working on my image, if you will. Don't bother putting a comment down below. Don't work on your image, because the time has come. If you don't know me by now, then you'll never know me. You know what I'm saying? But the foundation is built. And I'm going to spend the next couple years focusing on learning how to be a better businessman and refining myself as a human being, and working on my health and finalizing some of these touches of the awakening process, the awakening of health. And then in a couple years, I'm going to really hit it hard and go on a campaign to see how many people that I can help with the juicing and the raw foods and all these other beneficial lifestyle practices. It's life regeneration at its finest. And I'm committed to helping people as much as I possibly can by being myself and sharing what I love, which is fresh air, sunlight, pure water, raw foods, kindness, love, forgiveness, healing, and self-mastery, becoming the master of your own ship. So that's where I'm at right now, and I hope that gives you hope. There's a lot of people out there still strung out on the drugs, and strung out on the food, and strung out on all kinds of things, and stuck in bad relationships, things like that, old thinking patterns. I'm suggesting that you build by making choices. So you've built these pathways through the grass, you know what I mean? And there's they're pathways deeply embedded, and it's just like mud, and it's cut deep because you've thought those same patterns over and over again. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm not worthy. You've thought those and said those too many times. And now if you want to change your life, you have to kind of cut a new path. So you have to consciously approach it and build new thoughts, new patterns, new neurons in your brain, new dendrites, new pathways of thinking consciously. So you've got to consciously start telling yourself that you're worthy, that you're lovable, that you're worth abundance, and that you can do it. And you start building that path, and pretty soon the other muddy path, which is the negativity and the self-judgment and the criticism, the grass starts to regrow, and that covers over. And then you cut that other swath through positive thinking. And this takes time. This takes a lot of time, because a lot of the programming is unconscious. But if you're patient and you're persistent and you keep focusing your mind on what's positive, reading positive books, thinking positive thoughts, going to positive workshops, looking at positive videos, going to positive groups of people, doing positive activities, getting some fitness, doing your best with the diet, hanging around positive people, absorbing those energy fields, forgiving yourself, and cultivating. That's the cultivation, is a quieter mind. And eventually you'll build that path, that one single most holy path. That'll be the one single swath that goes into the understanding and the realization of the deepest part of your core, your essence. Sometimes my favorite way to reference it is the kingdom of heaven within you. You could just call it the life force, really coming into conscious contact with that life force through your body, through your heart, and through your mind, and cutting a very deep path that is the exclamation of your divinity. I am divine, I am a divine being. And then you can access harmony, love, and peace, because those are the qualities that are your true essence. They really are. Those are what lie below the surface of the programming that's coming from your society, that's coming from the limitations in social consciousness, human consciousness. But then we always had those pioneers and those seekers of truth that went beyond the social norms because they had the courage, and it was obviously adamantly opposed. No, that's not the truth. You're insane. The earth is flat. And the dude's thinking, I don't know, I've been thinking about this for 40 years, and it just seems like there's a possibility that the earth is round. You know what I mean? But at first, everyone's going to think you're nuts. But you have to be one of those kinds of people if that's who you are. You have to go ahead And then basically, as we say in modern terms, you got to let the haters hate. Then you just got to blast through, because you know that you're looking for more truth. You are a pioneer, and you are on a path of self-discovery. And then you may be one of the types of people that shares your discoveries with others. Maybe you're the type that writes a book. Or maybe you're the type that just goes into a cave and never says anything, but you actually emanate a field of energy with your experiences. So don't be afraid to try new things and dedicate yourself to something and stay devoted. Devotion is amazing. Devotion to a cause, devotion to a purpose, and following things out until their end, no matter how long they take, even if it takes a whole lifetime. So these are some of the things that I am so happy to be able to share that have worked for me. Just thoughts, ideas, with an intention to give hope and inspire a positive message in the world because of the position that I've been put in, with my candor and my skills of oration, plus the visual effects. No, I'm just kidding around. Anyways, but I know it's not too hard to look at, right? So the guys might get inspired, like, yo, I got to get on the diet this dude's on. I got to start getting moderate fitness, take care of my body, treat this thing like a temple, get the colon cleaned out, get the kidneys flushing, get the liver purged, keep your pancreas strong, keep your thyroid clean and clear, get the pineal and pituitary gland functioning with the fruit and the breath work. And then everything starts activating itself, through the process of commitment to the truth. So do your best. DTM will be here every day for as long as I can, sending videos out into this world to help you to keep on track with the positive thinking, because I know that an energy field like this is pretty rare. It doesn't make me special. It just makes me glad that I've chosen that energy field for anyone who can align themselves with it and find benefit from the sharing of these qualities and teachings and ideas and concepts that may give hope. So thank you so much for watching this video, giving it a thumbs up, sharing it on your Facebook fan page. Also, I've got the website regenerateyourlife.org, where my DVDs are available. I've got Dan the Life Regenerator on Facebook, the Life Regenerator on Instagram, and I think that's about it. And I'm going to remember to plug that stuff. I was having a great conversation with Megan Elizabeth, and she's a real smart internet marketer, and I really respect that. Taking this art and being balanced in this world, creating yourself a real good flow so that you're sharing your information and you're selling your products and services so that you can live a great, balanced, abundant life. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So I'm going to try to remember to plug that. It's the Facebook, the website, and the Instagram, and I'll remember that. And that way I can just build the network and kind of try to do my best to tie things in, because I think it's smart. I'm ready for that now. I'm the king of content, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't really been able to monetize that content super efficiently, you know what I mean? So that's my next challenge, and I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you very much for your love and support over the years. You've really helped me grow. I don't know, I went through metamorphosis the last few days, and it was funny because it was a few really rough days, but then the butterfly kind of breaks out of the cocoon and the wings sprout. And then this morning I just woke up on a whole nother level of realization of the quality of the work that's coming through on these videos, and that, I guess I've been listening to people that just don't know any better, that aren't able to pick up on this frequency, and they resist it. And that's not my problem, and I was sort of taking that on, but that's ridiculous. Either you're going to be able to catch on to this wavelength or not. You know what I mean? So I hope that you're stoked, because I'm stoked, and I'm so peaceful and calm, and just been feeling so great lately and so blessed, and I hope you are too. So may my blessings be your blessings. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.